Podcast. Today we have the most recognizable voice in America.
Used to be.
It is Bob fucking Menery.
Used to be. I used to be.
I still think so.
Yeah. If you remember from the beginning, but I stopped doing it because I don't find them funny anymore. So I don't find it funny. It's hard to do. But the voiceovers were the best things in the world. I remember like really being on that shit.
Yeah.
And now it's.
So what's changed then for you with the voiceovers and everything? Because I mean, you still see them everywhere. Like regardless of how old they are, they're still everywhere on the internet, and they still keep getting re-uploaded over and over and over again. So what's changed for you?
I think that for me, I don't know if I know the drive. I think I got just really distracted with some bad habits over the past few years.
Yeah.
That constantly not really work on, but at the end of the day, had some really weird things happen in my life that fucked my little head up a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's why, I just get distracted easily by bullshit.
Yeah.
But I'm good because I scramble and kind of get back in, but I cause so much damage in I could put in a fucking month of hard work and then 2 days crash out. And it's demoralizing.
Absolutely.
And that's the kind of pattern of what I have that you try to improve on. But I'm still, I'm still very in the game.
Absolutely.
But definitely have gone. The stock has gone down. I'll openly admit that.
Take me through that just a little bit, because from my end, all I see is on social media, right? I see the ups and downs there, but
whatever you see on social media is actually really what's going on, bro.
What started the crash for you? What really was the big triggering point that kind of took through you in a tailspin?
My highest point, where I was working the hardest, the most hungry, I cared the most about every decision made, everything done, was Ripper Magoo podcast with Kevin. Back in the day. That's when it was. We were number one in the world of sports. I was
before Full Send.
Before Full Send. And then signed onto Full Send the same day as, I got involved with somebody I shouldn't have or whatever. And then fucking just from that moment. But we were doing good work at Full Send too in the beginning too. So we still had it then. But I think that what I need to do is we just need to dial it in and get. I hate getting sober, but.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like, you kind of have to. It's pretty crazy. But there's nothing more fun than just going out and getting zapped. But there are really, really negative consequences to it.
Absolutely. With Full Send, is everything cleared up now? Are you guys completely
still in the same
good?
golf channel. We do the golf channel. We all get along great.
Nice.
The only difference is they do not pay me.
Okay.
So the biggest misconception is Kyle and Nelk do not pay me $1.
Zero.
I've gotten $0 from Nelk for all the stuff I've done, which, by the way, I don't blame them. I sued them, and why the fuck would they pay me? But Kyle and I are good buddies, so what Kyle allows me to do sometimes is go out and bring advertisements onto the platform, just like I'm a guest. So that's why you see me online always chasing bags and shit, because I'm always like, yo, anybody want to advertise on the fucking podcast or whatever? And the way I do deals is like very fucking...
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I fucking almost robbed you, bro, a year. Now we're sitting here together for a year. It's been one fucking year.
A whole year.
You know what I mean? Before our little stuff.
I had to chase you down.
And it's not a good quality to have. It really isn't. Yeah. So that's something that I need to improve on big time, because then those add up, and then all of a sudden you just become a fucking but at the same time, like I ain't doing it on purpose. Like I'm just it's my brain, but I have to get better at it. I have to, because I take on too many challenges all at once. So that's something, because there's like times where definitely gambling doesn't help. I've been stuck a lot in gambling, which is not fucking good.
Yeah, that's
a really bad
dangerous thing, dude.
And it's definitely not. Yeah, Steve and I and those guys, we all have a tendency to really fire, and it's just I can't tell anybody, even though we promote a casino and all that stuff, you can't win. Yeah. It's fucking impossible, and it will destroy your life. So,
with the downfall of you going through Full Send, there were some big highs there, right? Some big highs, some big success. Full Send popped off. The podcast did amazing. When it came to your disagreements with Kyle, how much of it has affected your relationships outside of just you and Kyle? Because I know that there are a lot of people involved.
1,000%. So, first of all, I think our relationship with Full Send, where it started to go downhill, was when I think the Colby Covington thing really pissed me off. That's what pissed me off, because what was very important to me was the fact that my word at that time was extremely good. Yeah. And like to make up a lie on the internet like that, and just even if they're joking for clicks, which is fine, that's what they do. Yep. I just didn't play with it. And like I was running good work, I was bringing on good people, and that's what pissed me off. And I was like, bro, do not fucking tell me that I set something up. That's like playing with fire, bro.
Oh yeah.
Then now every motherfucker I talk to, go forward to, even for our show or anything like that, is gonna think I'm gonna set him up. Like the fact matters, Colby talked about it on his stream, which is amazing. I mean, I ran into Colby and it's actually kind of. I mean, I know he's just doing it. I think for the. I mean, using my name, I don't think is really going to benefit him. But somebody did ask him a question about me, and he said this, and it was very interesting. The other day on his stream, I'll find it real quick. He was like this.
Menery is a rat. I mean, I definitely don't trust the guy. It's pretty obvious. Bob Menery is not someone that should be trusted. I do think that he set me up, and I think he's a lot of the reason that what happened, the way it went down outside the steakhouse. So.
This is years ago too.
Bob
That's
he's
crazy.
always trying to be in the hype and the headlines and do things, but he doesn't really care about anybody but himself, and it's unfortunate. I think he needs a real changing around and changing of guard in his life. I mean, the guy needs to find God, to be honest. He should go to church, repent his sins, maybe lay off the partying a little bit. He's went a little bit too hard.
So good points there.
Yeah.
So good points there.
So
but at the end of the day, first and foremost, is like my word is always good. My word just might be delayed at times.
Oh yeah, even a year. You're here.
I mean, yeah, there's no excuse for all that stuff. But like at the end of the day, like I do a lot of shit that nobody else does.
Yeah.
I take a lot of motherfuckers that I don't need to fucking games and
Absolutely.
do all this shit.
Yeah.
I start up goals to raise money for wildfires and convince my partners to do that when I don't fucking need to. And I fucking like, who else is doing that? Name me another fucking person that's doing that shit. Like really on the consistent. I don't have to talk about it when I do it. I mean, but at the end of the day, bringing awareness to that stuff is important sometimes. Like, people always think they flexing on something like that. Like, no, it's sometimes like being like, dude, like this is the right thing to do. Do I do anything wrong or whatnot? Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of fucking little fucking deals real quick that you shouldn't do. And then sometimes you forget about some and they get put in the back burner and then they got to remind me and then I fucking forget about it. My life's that's where I fuck up. But at the end of the day, man, that's, I don't know. So but Colby, by the way, and I saw him at the fucking fight, and I was like, we good? He's like, of course we're good. Of course we're good. And I just saw it in the stream. I'm like, but I mean, hey, the second half was good. He thinks, we need a little help in some areas. Of course. Yeah. So that's at least a nice thing to say. But we're not a rat, ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I'll tell you that for the fucking day I die. We ain't a rat. And B, we never, ever fucking, this is so embarrassing to even talk about. We never would set anybody up. That's it. Plain and simple.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's it. Because people take that shit seriously.
Absolutely.
Like, bro, just don't stop. Like, I mean, don't read my name in the thing. You don't need to. You're way bigger than me. Don't mention me.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's crazy that it's still being brought up after all this time, too.
Well, Colby also said this, dude. Colby was like this. And, dude, I'm telling you, I have no problem with Colby. I actually really enjoyed fucking with him. That's why it took such a surprise to me.
Yeah.
Is the fact that when, like, he went on that London press conference, I had to fucking nowhere again. And I think maybe Full Send has something to do with it. But, he's like, same thing. Like, Bob can't be trusted, all that stuff. I get it. Like, there are times where I've fucked up. Yeah. And my reputation could be that, of course. But at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. But you have no right to say that I can't be trusted because I never personally did anything with you and I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're only basing it off other people's opinions. That's why too many people base things off other people's opinions. I always base how I feel about somebody on an individual basis. I don't care what anybody says about you. Until you play me or you do me wrong, that's where I fucking really judge you.
Is there any way to clear that up with Colby?
I mean, dude, no, I don't care about it. There's no drama with Colby. I would fucking kick it with Colby. Like, I don't know. Colby's doing his thing. I'm chilling. Yeah. There's no thing, but I'm just saying, like, going on the internet and saying, like, that stuff, it's like, dude, what are you doing? I don't know if you're doing it for whatever. Like, come on. We just talked at the fucking fight.
Absolutely.
You said there's no problems. Yeah. And also, you told me that I went to the Super Bowl with you, and I ran up to you and asked you for a picture. Bro, we were connecting the whole time, being like, yo, let's grab drinks. We hung out. Like, why are you saying one thing and not doing the other? You know what I mean? That's the thing that bothered me is, like, but again, he's in that business. So, he's going to do that stuff to obviously, or with anybody, his fighters that he's going against, to just kind of, it gets clicks and shit. Yeah, absolutely. I like to stay more like, and that's another thing he said. I like to be in the headlines or whatever. I like to fucking stay as far away from the fucking headlines as possible, bro. Absolutely. I just am around that shit all the time, bro. I can't help it. Like, I'm in those situations where I'm with people that are doing big things. Kind of one of those deuces. Thanks, Zappy.
Need a little zap.
But yeah.
That's crazy. So,
but I do want to say I do actually love Colby. He's a great guy. He's so much different when you see him on camera than he is off camera. It's a fucking like a whole different change. Yeah. But I just wish he hadn't have just said that. But he doesn't give a fuck. So whatever.
You've had beef with a couple people, right? But how much of it is like with this Colby thing? It wasn't anything that you actually did, right? It was out of thin air. It was just made
What did I
up,
do? I was the
right?
only guy the night he got jumped.
Yeah.
Okay, to be first of all accused of setting him up and being a rat that like leaked his thing. I was the only guy actually that didn't speed off away and waited with him.
Really?
And the reason why, so when everybody, I said, "What are we doing? We're leaving our fucking guy behind."
Yeah, that's crazy.
I said, "I'm not leaving my guy behind." So I stood with Colby that night. That's why I was on TMZ. And Colby, you need to realize this: that I stayed with you that night because I'm not going to leave you by yourself. Now I don't know if there's much I can do, you know, in that situation with Masvidal and that fucking dude or whatever. I can't do much, but at the end of the day, like, I stayed with you, bro, after you got jumped. Everybody else sped away because they were afraid of fucking whatever. I was like, I don't care what the repercussions are. And you know what?
You didn't throw hands for him, dude?
It bit me in the ass. That shit happened so quick. Dude, it was like, it was so quick.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, boom, 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 boom.
So you were the only one that stuck around. Everybody else bounced.
So, yeah, and I'll say it straightforward. Kyle, all them, and nothing against them. They're smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guess what? They're smart because they're not dealing with what I dealt with.
Oh, yeah.
Because TMZ, right? I took such responsibility for like running the Full Send podcast at that time.
Yep.
That I went up to him in the TMZ clip and said, "Hey, my bad." And so when people heard my bad, that's when they thought that it was whatever. But I meant my bad that happened on our watch.
Yeah.
Because like I felt like that was just our episode that just happened. You
Yep.
came out to dinner and you got jumped somehow. I'm like, that we should have been
Yeah.
better than that.
Yeah.
So that's what happened during that situation. But they all sped off. Which, by the way, like I said, right thing to do, I guess, because I got fucked over. Which there was no consequences.
Yeah.
I actually probably gained more notoriety for it. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing about these things is like when you get viral for bad or good things, it lasts so quickly.
Absolutely.
You know, but I still don't like to deal with it because
Yeah.
I want it to be real shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't need to be recognized for fake stuff.
Absolutely.
You know,
I mean, you run with a pretty good crowd, you know, with Dana, with
I
Kyle.
don't really run with Dana anymore. You know, Dana and I's relationship is Dana's distanced himself a little bit from me, which is fine. Like I
Yeah.
love Dana, but at the same time, I can tell that same kind of, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know if it's because of my actions, which I probably is. You know?
Yeah.
Which Dana's crushing it. Like
Yeah,
he's the biggest in the fucking world. I'm who I am. You know. So who else? Dana, Kyle, we're
Yep.
good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have many enemies out there.
Yeah.
I mean, people that probably don't like me, but not that I have a problem with.
Is there a problem, Joe? Oh, cool. So when it comes to your relationship with Dana, I know that there was a lot of strain there because of the issues with Full Send.
Never strain with Dana.
It was never a strain with Dana.
Never a fucking
Never
strain. Dana's
strain.
from Boston. I'm from Boston. He can talk
Okay.
his shit. I had to
Absolutely.
shut my fucking mouth and listen.
Yeah.
Because I respect levels.
Yeah.
So if you are here and I'm here, I'm going to fucking respect you and look up to you.
Yeah.
And he's here, I'm here. Like, I'm going to fucking listen to you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to, like, you know, but I'm not going to I'm going to take some jabs when I can, when I see a little hole, but I'm not going to,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. Now, if somebody's here and I'm here, I expect the same thing. You play
Absolutely.
levels of shit and you build to get to the top of that thing.
Absolutely.
So I can't even speak on Dana because he's on a different fucking stratosphere.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have nothing to do but just to shut my mouth and fucking listen. Because he's
Absolutely.
only been one of the greatest guys ever to me
Yeah.
on planet Earth, giving me like cash flow, like at the tables, blah, like just fucking UFC tickets, everything.
Oh yeah.
You know, not so much anymore, but you know, but he's Dana's always somebody that I will never ever couldn't ever speak bad about ever.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Did Dana play a big role in you repairing the relationship with Kyle?
I think he got me to. I think that Dana being involved was the reason why I got rid of it.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when I say like, Dana picked up the phone and called me, like it was kind of like he called me. He's like, "You fucking dropped this motherfucking thing," you know, like
Really?
in a way of like, yeah, because you know he was in business with them. He fucking didn't see all the stuff that I did behind the scenes and all that
Yep.
stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, he said, "Well, guess what? Fucking button up your shit better, buddy.
Yeah.
You fucked up." And at the end of the day, when I look back at it, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we should have been more buttoned up on my end. That's called disorganization. Guess what? They all played me.
Yeah.
And that's fine, you know. But there were times. I mean, if I had gone through with that thing against him, I'll say it. You know, we would have came out on top with a lot of money. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still think that there was wrongdoing in that whole situation?
Yeah, of course. But it's not even called wrongdoing.
Okay.
It's like almost like it's just morally off, but it's still
off, okay.
okay. It's gray area.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, here it says this. I know morally I should give you this, but no.
Yeah.
You know, so
So you still believe that you got the short end of that stick, essentially?
At that point, yeah, I put in a lot of work into that
Yeah.
show. There was a lot of different things that were just off,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, I'm probably at least 7 figures short.
Really?
Yeah, probably from that show.
Wild.
Yeah, it's not really wild though, because again, like I look back at it, and I look at all that shit, and I just did not have my stuff buttoned up in order enough. But I'm also, they morally should have known that you're my homie, and you got to do things for me if I'm your homie.
Is there something that you regret how you handled the situation, or something that you regret in that situation that you think you would have done differently now, looking back on it?
I think I've gotten worse.
Really?
That's the sad part.
Shit.
I think I've gotten worse at handling shit.
That's not good, man.
I know that's a bad.
not good.
That's a bad fucking thing.
Yeah.
No, I think that there's certain areas to whatever, like when I spiral or get pissed off and everything, it's just hard for me to control it. So I just speak my mind, just like where I was from. I think that in Boston we're loud and we fucking talk our shit.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I think that we could have done a lot more quiet. I think full send. I think we couldn't.
Handled it a little more behind the scenes.
Yeah, just handle it behind the scenes more and not, gone on the internet as aggressively.
Yeah.
Because look where we're at right now. Because that's how you know it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because now we're at this.
Yeah.
They kept all the full send. They did all that. Where we're back. Bob and Kyle back to friends.
Yep.
No money in Bob's pocket, which is fine.
Yep.
They beat me. I'm fine with that.
And so you're completely done with the Full Send podcast. You're not on that anymore.
I'm pretty.
'Cause I know you did a few episodes after things got cleared up, and you were kind of on here and there. But are you officially off on the Full Send podcast?
I mean, Kyle and I, after I dropped that, he gained, obviously some respect back from him. But I flipped it back to him as saying, bro, it should be heavy respect in this end that I dropped that for you. And we're at the point now where anytime I call him, I think pretty much, and they say, hey, Kyle, I want to be in this episode.
Yep.
I don't think he's ever going to say no.
Yeah.
Ever to me.
Okay.
I think that, and, there's times where he's like, hey, you want to do this? He's never like, he's like, you want to do the show?
Yeah.
And then I'll hit him for like, you got to throw me fucking 10, whatever. He's like, I told you the deal, Bob. You can fucking bring on any fucking thing you want. You're you're a guest. You're not a host. You're a guest.
Yeah.
Bring anything you want. So then I'm on my internet being like, yo, who the fuck wants to sponsor the Full Send podcast? Who wants to sponsor?
Yeah.
And then I'm fucking brokering deals the DMs all fucked up, and then I forget about it, and then so I mean the goal is, man, we're late though. We're late, but the goal is to obviously get a handler. But we're late, so.
Where do you go from here? What is the what is the next step for Bob Menery?
I think mentally to get back mentally, and I think that means like whether it's go somewhere for a little bit, get your mind right, or I just have such a desire to work, but the problem is I get sidetracked by all the shit that I have going in my head and stuff like that. So it's hard.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I still have that dog in me, so it's like trying to figure out how to balance all that. But where do I go from here is just, I think that I need to do, I think the sobriety thing is a big thing. I think that getting, completely off of the shit that, like I don't do drugs, but obviously those things are just as bad, So like getting off that shit has always been a, weakness of mine. So when I learn to do that, I think, then I think that we'll have more clarity. But I am a dog on those things too.
Absolutely.
And I've accomplished some great things, but the cons outweigh the pros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the Adderall shit. So, just getting
your head
in
right.
like 30 days, like really like but the problem is I'm so behind on certain shit.
Yep.
If I go away for 30 days, the problem is I fall even more behind, and I got some shit out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got to get my shit together. So, but I have no fear, of anything, and besides just fucking dialing it back in. I'm definitely lost some like relationships based on like all the shit that I talked on that chick and everything, which I still do to this day. Which I don't know why I do that. That's a different fucking reason, but I don't know why I do that. Like it's like, what are you doing, Bob? You're 37 years old. Why the fuck are you doing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's another thing you got to figure out. I think therapy never worked, but something, maybe a lobotomy.
So who is Bob right now then? If you were to explain to people who you are and what you're doing right now, what would it be?
We're at a low point. We're at a very low point. I think all around across the board. But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean yeah, I'd say we better get our shit together quickly.
Yeah,
we better, or else I think the consequences will be very severe.
Yeah, I think looking from the outside in, we see you as an icon, in the industry. You've been doing it for so long.
I've been doing
you've been doing it for so long. You're so well known. It's hard for people to understand that somebody at that level can fall, you know? So what is, I guess, what are the big things that are going on with you right now where, you know, let people see who you are, you know? What is it?
I think every day, the situation that happened with me and that person, the girl shit, never gone away because there's other stuff involved that doesn't go away ever.
Yeah.
So that's a deep little fucking thing that I gotta fix, and I'm sure that maybe on that her end too, that she's affected by it too, but that never goes away. That's like every morning, every night.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't go away with what happened with that. And then just caring more, but you know, we're just in a hole right now in a sense. That's for me. So we're just in a hole.
Yeah.
And so we're just finding a way to dig out of that hole, mentally disorganized. But at the end of the day, like with what I do, what's great about it is at any time something can strike. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm always pushing. But you also don't want to be pushing while you're fucking retarded and all fucked up. And
Yep.
Because then you're just moving wrong.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's it. You got to get yourself back to balance.
Yeah.
Which
what does the comeback look like after the fact? I mean, we've seen people at your level fall and come back.
If I don't get
what
taken
does
down
the comeback
somehow,
look
if I don't
like?
get taken down somehow by something or whatever, I'll never go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I just hope, like, you know, any mistakes I've made or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, don't compile and come back to bite me in the ass. You know, that's the thing that anybody does, and that's the goal, is just to hope that, you know, because some of the shits that's like, bro, I don't even remember some shit that I do with people and shit. Like, for like, hey, this deal for $4,000.
Yep.
Like, I don't even fucking remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even remember shit like that. So, like, we had markers out and shit. So, like, trying to figure out, and then I got to go back to him and be like, yo, bro, my bad. This is like 3 months late. Like, your shit. Like, I'm a year late on this shit.
later,
like, you know what I mean? But, like, at the end of the day, what I want to try to do with you is, like, after we do this shit, is, like, whatever, and more shit, like, I want to go above and beyond, but you just got to remind me to go above and beyond. I'll tell you that. You got to be like, hey, Bob, you kind of fucked me. I need you to go above and beyond. You got to tell me that.
Yeah.
And then that's how I work.
Yeah.
But, you know, now I should be going to you and saying, like, hey, can I, but
have you ever had like a manager or somebody managing your business?
Yeah, I've had a manager, but I
didn't work out.
But my brain doesn't allow, because I want to take over when I should be assigning roles and having people run things.
Yeah.
I'm so hands-on. I think I can do everything.
Yep.
But then you realize you can't do everything. You need somebody.
Absolutely,
And I want to give everybody advice right now that in the beginning stages of your career, what fucked me was also worrying about, well, I don't know if I should give this guy 15%. I don't know if I should give guys 20%. And I fought and fought and fought. You want those guys working for you. And if you're never going to, when you do deals with somebody, if you're a young influencer or whatever, you're trying to figure out who to manage me and all that stuff. I mean, it's all just every deal should be set up this way. It's
absolutely,
you know, it's a fucking case by case. If you bring me money, you kill what you eat.
Yep.
And then it's on you to decide, hey man, you my guy, I'm going to lock you in. But never get stingy when it comes to to pennies, because it's just not a good look. Word spreads, and you're just shooting yourself in the foot. So I have no problem now giving away 50% of what I do. I remember I used to be so fucking. Me and Conley used to go to each other's throats, but Conley was a little bit wrong too, I think, on that. But we used to go to each other's throats over, like, you know, like, hey, over small percentage, 2 and 3%.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no need for that. Just fucking pay. If he's doing a good job, you give him fucking 20%.
If they take care of you, you take care of them.
Depends how bad. There's tiers to it too, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's tiers.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I did quite a bit of managing for many different individuals, and the ones that struggled were the ones that they couldn't let go of a couple bucks to make a lot more. You know, they were holding on to that 15%, and it was stopping them from getting many more deals because they wanted to ruin a relationship over 15%, when if they kept the deal, they would have had contracts every month, you know? And
that other people that really don't believe themselves long either. If you believe yourself long, that 20% is going to be meaningless, because in a long way, that, you know, you want your guy to grow rich with you. It's such a fun thing when you have a manager or you have a fucking whatever. You want them to grow rich with you. Manager's got to be there every day.
Absolutely.
Manager's never got to fucking miss a phone call. If you ask a motherfucking manager for a front on something to bail you out on some shit, you got to fucking do it. And that's on you to get some shit back.
Yep.
You know? My manager's floated me up to fucking 100K at the time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that. So that's how you gotta be on both sides. But when you're working together and you're doing good work, there's nothing better because you're getting rich together.
Yeah. How do you've had assistants in the past, right? Do you currently have an assistant, or is that something that you're looking on having?
I had a guy recently. My last real assistant was Noah. Noah was a pain in the ass, a little fucking slimer, but a good.
Really?
No, like wasn't a slimer, but he just knew the game, and he just like. But he did such good work, I couldn't fire him.
Yeah.
At all. And when I say like fire you, it's like I'm a nice person. Like I have a very but I am very disorganized, and to be with me and to run my life is so fucking extremely hard. So that's why like Steiny's success is like whatever he accomplishes, I'll never fucking, because he did his time, he did his year.
Yep.
And he put in the work, and it's an impossible job. So everybody's like, oh man, like I get DMs all the time like, Steiny leveled up on you. Steiny leveled up on you. Like I'm like, oh, like great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's fucking awesome. Good for him. That means
yeah.
I taught him how to, because he was nothing when I met him. Like nothing. He didn't even know what he was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't know one person in this world. But then I put him through a year of fucking Menery Health Camp.
Absolutely.
And he learned the game, and now he is where he is.
That's crazy. With what you're currently doing now, are you focusing on a specific project? Or is it just kind of what's coming in the door right now?
Yeah, I mean, I really am focused on the casino stuff because there's like the most money in that, but also at the same time it comes with so many headaches, and it's just a dirty not dirty business, but it's just it's kind of like just Vegas.
Yeah.
More stuff that'll bring me to a point where I'm not mentally happy.
Yep.
But the problem is I have to, and I'm stuck in it because I have to chase back that, and I know that I have to chase back a lot of money, and I have to chase back a lot of stuff that I fucked up. Because I'd have to stay in that space. You know, I would do anything I could to fucking exit that space.
Yeah.
And go read Buffalo Wild Wings commercials and fucking all normal shit. But at the end of the day, you know, but the casino stuff I'm definitely focused on. And it's a fun industry. You know, it's a fun industry because guys that like to play big action and stuff like that. You know, obviously all the books in the U.S., you know, Matt Kalish is a dear friend of mine, Michael Rubin, Fanatics and DraftKings, both of them. You know, they're my best buddies. They'll tell me right to their face. We love you, Bob. We can't touch you with a 10-foot pole. We're publicly traded. You're a psychopath online, but we know you face to face. We know you're a brother.
Absolutely.
You know, and Michael's done me some amazing favors. Kalish has done me some amazing favors, and that's that. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why we have to go to other sources in the casino space.
Yeah. And so is your plan right now to just kind of clean up yourself, get your mind right, and then hit it hard?
My plan is right now to go and try and bang the girl upstairs. Okay. Right?
Awesome. Yeah.
Just not try to bang.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I already got it in the bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then be prepared to go to Vegas for an event Saturday.
Okay.
And then go to the Super Bowl with that. But then, you know, that's that. For now.
So you're not looking too far forward in the future. You're just kind of...
No, because we're not at a place where the mind is operating at even close to 30%. So
it seems like the influencer boxing thing kind of helps everybody get right in the headspace.
I mean, let me tell you this right now, bro. I saw Connor today, and I said, bro, first of all, I'm not going to say the name because I always protect people in the sense that I'm not a rat at all.
Yeah.
Somebody called me and said, hey, we want you to fight in this thing. And I'm like, bro, because by the way, low key, here's the deal. I'm 37 years old. Yeah. I'm out of shape as shit, but I can scrap, and I really can scrap, and I can wrestle.
Okay.
So I'd have no fear of doing the bare knuckle thing. I would love to do it.
Really?
In a fucking heartbeat. I would die to fucking do it.
Is it Bryce Hall, dude? You gonna throw?
I would not fight. I'll tell you what about. No, I'll tell you the God's truth. Like I know people. When I look at you, I know if I can beat the shit out of you or not. I can tell. There's a couple hidden guys. Like I know if I can beat the shit out of you or not.
Yeah.
Bryce, I always talk shit like I kicked the shit out of Bryce.
Yeah.
I saw Bryce and stuff, and I could not beat up Bryce.
Okay.
I don't think I'd ever beat.
Well, let's get a little crazy here then.
Because I'm too out of shape.
Bryce and Taylor, who do you think's gonna pull it off? Because they've talked about fighting so many times in the past. They talk a lot of shit.
Bro, Bryce,
they have some deep beef between the two of them.
Bryce is a tough. I'll tell you what. Bryce is the first real one to go into bare knuckle stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Out of all the fucking people that did like these little pussy gloves and everything, Bryce took his fucking hands off. And that's why everybody has respect for him and can't talk shit as much as they want. Like he fought with bare fucking hands.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a fucking admirable thing. So Bryce would kick the shit out of Taylor.
Yeah.
And that's that. And I have no problem with Taylor Holder.
Yeah.
I never had a problem with Taylor Holder. Like I said, I love a lot of people.
Do you think the fight's actually going to happen, though?
I don't really give a fuck. I do fuck with Bryce heavy, though.
Yeah.
Bryce and I became very close lately. He's just a stand-up fucking great kid.
Really?
Really fucking.
I've heard great things about Bryce.
Really fucking great kid. And so, like, he's just, like, I like people who are respectful. I'm older.
Yeah.
I'm 37. How old are you? 25? 20, whatever him?
27.
Whatever, 27. Like, respect your elders.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how I look at it, right? So
Yeah.
you got to fucking respect a man older than you.
Yeah.
You know? And that's just how I was raised. You respect somebody older than you.
Yeah.
If somebody shows respect, he does. And that's that. And that's why I show him respect by saying he can take me. I don't know his chin, though. I don't really know his chin. Actually, his chin, because I think I saw him get rocked a couple times, and he ate it. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, but he's a tough motherfucker. He's got hands, and he's strong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like he could do some damage.
Absolutely. So is there a possibility of you getting in the ring then?
I think that if I took a Bob Menery, like Trump mission, or a Bob Menery get Josh Gordon back in the NFL, which I don't know if that story is incredible. Okay. But it's a long one. I'm not going to tell it. That was my greatest accomplishment ever. Really? Was the Josh Gordon. Okay. The greatest thing I've ever done in my life. And nobody fucking knew about it. I was running solo operation. Didn't tell anybody about it. That was the greatest operation I ever did. Ever in my life. Long story short is we had an arena football league that failed. Yeah. It was called the FCFL. Okay. And so Grant called me in and said, hey, Bob, we want you to be involved in this league and just do the Menery thing. Yeah. Put together the Avengers. Yep. So I said, well, who's playing in this league? He's like, it's 7-on-7. I'm like, what is it? He's like, arena football. I'm like, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. Yeah. Like, nobody's going to watch our 7-on-7 arena football. So, but I need a bag, and I'd like to participate because I'm a psychopath. So let me see what I can do. Immediately fly. Who's the most powerful name that'll always hit headlines every single time if we get him back to play football again? Johnny Manziel. Yeah. So I flew and saw Johnny down in Scottsdale. Asked Grant what the budget was to get Johnny to play. Went right to Johnny, said, Johnny, hey, I need you to do me a favor. You got to play football again. Johnny's like, get the fuck out of here. I'll never, ever do anything ever, especially arena football. Yeah. But I said, this is what I'm doing, bro. I'm behind this. I'm putting good people together. Blah, blah. Johnny agreed, did me a huge favor during COVID, came in. Really? Number one on SportsCenter clip. Johnny Manziel comes back. Yeah. Our league went voom, right? Yeah, absolutely. So the mission accomplished. Josh Gordon was the next one. So I look on the NFL TV screen. This is like Bob, peak Adderall, like just but dialed Adderall, Bob, not sloppy. Yeah. So I look on the TV screen. It's Josh Gordon released from the NFL. And I knew Josh. I've talked to him before. Yeah. Banned for life by Roger Goodell. Can never play football again. 8th strike. So I pick up the phone, and I call Josh, just as a homie, I think. And I was like, yo, Josh, like, how you doing, bro? Like, with the intention of getting him to come play football for us. Because it's hot. He just got dropped in the NFL. Yep. I want to bring him in. Josh, who's your manager, agent, lawyer right now? Anybody like that? He's like, I got nobody. I have nobody. Yeah. Anyways, I said, do me a favor. We're gonna pay you $50,000. You're gonna come play 4 weeks of the shittiest arena football you've ever done. Really? If you come and give me 4 weeks, and I didn't even know what the fuck I was saying. Yeah. If you give me 4 weeks, I'll get you back in the NFL. No way. Okay. So I said, I will get you back in the NFL. Josh comes. Hardest working motherfucker I've ever seen for like the arena football shit. Yep. Completes 4 weeks. So I'm like, fuck. I got to get him back in the NFL. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm calling Mark Cuban. I have all the conversations with Cuban. Cuban's like, I'm not touching him. I'm not going to help. Yep. Ruben's like, not my place. So I've asked everybody, all my big powerhouses. So finally, we find a way to kind of get to the Players Association, do a deal with them to put him. Because marijuana at the time was all his strikes. Yep. Mm-hmm. He has 8 strikes. We'll go back to the laws back in the day. Erase one of those. Yeah. If they were present day, it'd be a lot different. Just take away 1 strike and now he's back, right? Yeah. Put him on an 8-week drug program. That's what they did. And fucking whatever. So I looked at Josh and I said, Josh, don't fuck me over, bro. Like, my name's on the line. Yeah. Like, I don't care if you fucking up people in suits and shit like that. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you going to be sober and fucking crush it. He fucking did. Except on week 7 of the drug test, I get a call from Zach and said that he failed the drug test. I said, what do you mean? He said, we didn't show up, and that's a fail in the NFL. I'm like, oh, my God. I put in 3 months of work. I lost $60,000 in that whole entire thing. I didn't make a penny. Even when I got him back, because that's the homie. Yeah. I'm not going to take shit. So we got him back I call somebody, and he slept in. So I said, send somebody over to his house. They sent somebody over to his house. He passed, and then he passed week 8. So, and that's 8 weeks of us working together, side by side, me flying to Seattle for no reason, no incentive. I'm not making any money, but I gave my word. Yeah. I remember sitting at a bar, I'm having a fucking beer by myself, and looking at that fucking TV screen, and the announcement of Josh Gordon back in the NFL and watching the #1 tweet in the world. Yeah. All the tweets being like, hey, fuck him, he sucks, let him back in. And I was like, we did that. You know, I was like, we fucking did that. And then I said, you know what? Now I'm fucking invested as an agent. I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to be his fucking agent. Yeah. So what do? I hit up every fucking quarterback I know. Because I said, Josh, here's the thing. I'm not going to take any of your fucking personal money. Because if I get you like some big money, Nike money and shit or something like that, I want to get paid. The only way we can do that, you're old. You're 30-something years old, right? You on your way out. We got to get you a chance to catch the touchdown to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I have to get you on a team. Because Carolina was calling New York. What's that going to do if he plays for New York or Carolina? They're not going to make the playoffs. He's going to make league minimum.
Oh, yeah.
And he ain't going to make shit. So this is an impressive thing that I want to show you. So this is the man who I called and asked for a little bit of help.
Okay.
And this is the this is it right here. Bro, I told you I would work on it. And then he went on the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes.
No fucking way.
So Patrick Mahomes, because I had to get him. I wanted to get him on a team.
Yeah.
To catch that Super Bowl. I didn't care if he was a 3-man with Tyreek, because he might have been a 2-man on somebody, but even if he's a 3 or 4-man, he still could be in that fucking game.
Absolutely.
That touchdown.
Yeah.
Super Bowl, you can build something up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was the goal. And I never forget that. Josh played his ass off. Unfortunately, didn't have the success that he wanted.
Yeah.
But still gave it his all.
That's still wild.
And it was awesome. And I lost like $100,000 in the process.
Yeah.
So that was my greatest accomplishment ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you're known for getting shit done.
I'm known for helping other people other than myself. That's why I would have been a better coach. I'm a better coach than I am player.
Yeah.
And I enjoy helping people.
Absolutely.
I really do. I have thorough enjoyment for that's why when Colby even said he's only in it for himself.
Yeah.
I'm only in it for myself if I'm like need gambling money or I want to fire or I want to that's when but when I'm like normal, there is not a selfish bone in my body.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw it was you were gambling with Steve and he was down bad. And I remember, what was it, like 24 hours, 12 hours or something? You got him $1 million or $500,000 that night.
I go into the room, and Steve is getting murdered, and Steve doesn't stop. He doesn't have an off switch.
Yeah.
So it's getting dark in that room. He's down at the highest point, $1 million. I think he's tapped out on credit, and he's depressed, defeated.
Yeah.
His fucking mom and dad are like, Steve's still kind of fine there, but losing $1 million hurts. They're like, kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I go up to Steve. I said, Steve, I'll never let a brother fucking ever that happen to a brother.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to make you $1 million back. Give me 24 hours. And he just starts laughing. He's like, I know you will. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I know you will. I get on the phone. And so I'm dealing with a lot of other people behind the scenes. I know who's spending money. I know where the money's at.
Yeah.
Because I do enjoy those things and allocating budgets and putting people together and assembling the Avengers, so-called, for companies. So I called my guys I knew were spending that had a budget.
Yeah.
And I said, get down here right fucking now. I said, you want to take over the full send fucking audience right now? And you want to fucking bail out Steve? If you bail out Steve right now for $1 million, and we don't even want $1 million. I need one sponsorship. I want $100,000.
Yeah.
Because I was going to peg it.
Oh, absolutely.
So my goal is just $100,000. So I said, but I need you down here. I need you to fly down here, guys. Meet with me face to face. I want you present during the stream with your product, safety shot.
Yeah.
And which ended up, I think, just not doing as well as whatever. But who cares? Everybody got fucking paid and shit. That's on them. And they flew down, and I sat him down in that high limit room at Red Rock.
Yeah.
And not only did I get Steve $1 million, I got him, I think, $2.5 million but he ended up getting like $500,000 from him with options and stuff like that. But overall, we got him it back.
That's
and you know
crazy.
what my commission was?
0. Bob, it sounds like you need to help yourself a little bit here.
At this point, hopefully, all the shit I've done that people see.
Yeah.
Maybe but I have a lot of good guys.
Yeah.
I have a lot of good guys.
So who are the people that you stick around then? Who?
I mean, John Rogo has bailed me out a bunch and helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
Espinoza, my boy Steve, Sharky. I've had a lot of guys like just guys you wouldn't even heard of that just like even don't even got it like that bail me out more than my fucking like
really
than the homies that I've made millions for.
Yeah.
Guys have even something that, like after you do all the good and you still call somebody like, yo, I need a favor.
Yeah.
They ain't even listen sometimes.
Do you feel like the industry that you're in turns their back on you fairly quickly? Did you feel like when everything was going down to full send that a lot of the people around you turned their back on you and picked sides, I guess?
I think what they realized, and this is what I realized too, is you can do the little ticky-tacky, I'm a pussy, they turn my back on me, ooh.
Yeah.
No, it's a cutthroat business, and if you're going to play ball at that level, You don't turn your back. Great, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What does turn your back mean? They moved on. They had to continue.
Yeah.
They had to continue business, not cry on Kleenex.
Yeah.
They had to build Happy Dad. They had to go and do the thing. That's why the utmost respect for Kyle and his dedication to what he does and what he's built is he is a Marine soldier when it comes to discipline, and that's why. So turning your back on stuff, the little stuff here and there, but when it comes to that level of business that they're doing, you better understand you signed up for it's cutthroat.
Yeah.
So it's lawyer, fucking boom, boom.
Yeah.
You're always trying to outplay your guy because there's egos too. And regardless of friends, there's egos.
Yeah.
You want to be that guy. It's not like I outplayed you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it.
Is there another podcast for you? I know Ripper Magoo was a thing for a little bit.
Yeah. If I could offer a bag, the only way a podcast would have with me, is they say, hey Bob, here's fucking X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
This is what you're fucking making. Go sit down. All you have to do is do it for whatever to put in the energy and the work again.
Yeah.
No, because podcasts are dead.
Yeah.
Podcasts are there's too many.
Man, thanks, Bob.
It's oversaturated. No, but
Thanks,
but at the end of the day, no. But I think this though. I mean, but at the end of the day, no. This is the difference. Podcasts are dead for the level that we achieved is that big where all the big money was and spending on like the money spent by advertisers on the Joe Rogan stuff on that stuff.
Absolutely.
And then that grind to grow that audience quickly is dead because there's so many of them and people are just turned off by them. Not saying you couldn't do 8 episodes and move up and level up and elevate your brand.
Yeah.
You're at a level that is here.
Yeah.
And they're at a level that are here.
Absolutely.
They up here, there's not a lot of room. It can't hurt you to do this shit.
Yeah.
You should be doing 16 fucking episodes in a row.
Yeah.
Because all you need is one.
Absolutely.
If one goes fucking nuts, you're good.
Yeah.
You should shoot as many as you fucking can.
Okay.
Like, that's what I would do. I mean, and because you're never going to... Everybody's like, I don't know, am I putting out too much? Am I doing this too much? Like, Gary Vee I love him. Gary's like, his thing is a little bit overdone. Like, just shoot content. But he is kind of right, though, that, like, just don't be afraid of what the fuck people are going to judge you as or anything. Or, like, what... I don't know if I'm making... Like, you're a nobody.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody.
Absolutely.
Everybody's kind of a nobody, bro. You're forgotten tomorrow.
Yeah.
So just... if you're like Jake Gyllenhaal picking what movie what to do, maybe that's different.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So like just put shit out. Don't be a pussy, and just don't be afraid to make a TikTok that's fucking nuts. In the random middle of the night, and just post it at 2 a.m. You're worried about posting times. Like, could our posting times be better at my level now?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, because we've already built that audience and whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But at that stage when I was nobody, I was doing those 2 a.m. things and it was still,
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm making sense, but
no, you absolutely are. What if you were in my shoes, right?
Yeah.
Just starting off. This is the second episode.
Well, you're not just starting off. I'll call you out. You're not just starting off because you came to me a year ago for a podcast and you're only on episode 2. So you have to put more pressure on yourself. That's it.
Absolutely.
Now, this difference is this. Do you have the financial means to be able to do it? Do you have the time? I don't know your job. There's too many variables involved to give real advice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a rich fucking trillionaire fucking kid with nothing that you could do, then you should be shooting 37,000 fucking podcasts, taking this thing everywhere or whatnot.
Yeah.
If not, if you really believe in yourself, go out and fucking ask somebody for $100,000.
Yeah.
And have the fear of not being able to pay them back.
Yeah.
And just not be a pussy and say, I need $100,000 to take this thing on the road.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my all. I need an investment from you.
Cool.
And guess what? 1 out of 10, that's all you need.
Yeah.
And then if you fuck that guy over, that's on you to figure out, and that's on you to go fucking face getting sued and shit like that. But if you have that belief in yourself, don't be afraid to take that risk.
Absolutely.
And then it's on that guy to whether he believes in you or not to fucking do that.
Yeah.
And everybody has that person. So I'm always a big believer in like raising, like anything. And sort of like if you can't do it yourself, it's not you can ask people.
Absolutely.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we ask. We fucking ask, bro.
So when you did the movie with Jake and Connor, do you feel like that elevated what you plan on doing? Are you planning on doing more movies or acting, or is that just kind of a slight side quest that you just wanted to check off?
That I
your
think
list?
I think that's what could save me. I think the one thing that could save me mentally and everything like that is I studied theater and acting for like 10 years.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
So I was obsessed with it. I was like, loved it. Like I was great at it. I just got caught up in making money and other things, and so it kind of went away. Because Roadhouse I made like $25,000 for Roadhouse.
Really?
Yeah. And it was like a fucking month of my time, which is not a lot of money at all. So I told the guy the other day I want to do 2 new movies, but the reason why with movies is because it's the one thing I care about and passionate about, and I take that seriously. I would take every role I would do seriously.
Yeah.
So I want to do more movies, and I think that could be a good thing. The problem is by doing movies, though, the money isn't that great.
Yeah.
So it's just like balancing time, and all that. And then Hollywood's different. Hollywood has zero tolerance for any like cancellations and all that shit. And guess who you're talking to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
so you got to go in there.
You know how to disrupt the internet, that's for sure.
I don't even know if we know how to disrupt the. I mean, if I wanted to fucking do some shit, I could. Like, dude, if I was like ruthless with my creative like brain, and like I wanted to play ruthless and shit with people and have drama every minute, I'd be the best in the world at it.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I want to live my life of just stirring up drama.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care how many followers I have. I used to care every second. I used to like, swipe of it. I don't give a fuck how many people I have. I've lost, I think it was 3.3 million on Instagram, so now I'm down like 3.1, going down to 3 million.
Yeah.
I don't really care anymore because the base is already there. When I walk down the street, every fucking 0.5 seconds I have a conversation with somebody.
Absolutely.
Because if you look at it too, what else is fucked up, which is actually a really crazy thing, is that I'd say we are nobody special. We're nobody famous. But our clips are recycled in the internet on a continuous basis.
Absolutely.
I partnered up with a very big group called the Nelk Boys that has that audience on lockdown. So I'd say that every time I go out in the United States of America, between the age of 16 and 35 years old, 65 to 70% of the time, that age group I see, I have to have a conversation with, or I have to talk to, or I'm fucking having it. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. It's actually crazy. I mean, like, tap myself on the shoulder, too. Yep. Because it's a cool feeling, but it fucking is nuts, bro. Yeah. How many conversations do you have to have on the daily? You're going out any second. Yep. And it's like, you got to be careful, too.
That's how I knew you were in town, actually, is because a buddy of mine happened to take a picture with you earlier today. Right. Yeah, and I was like, oh, fuck, Bob's in town. It's been a year. I wonder if he still wants to do the pod.
And what happened? What was it? Tell me the story how we did this podcast.
I messaged you to find out if you were going to be in town.
You're like, where the fuck is my money, you scumbag? Where the fuck's my shit? And not saying whatever.
I mean,
brother. By the way, you are so in the fucking right. There's no please. If I was you, I would have fucking sent fucking a little guy over and fucking knocked the shit out of him.
I didn't have a problem with it because
you always believe I do the right thing.
I do, because there are people that I know that know you, and the responses that I get from them when I first reach out to you is, he'll do it. But you just don't know when, right?
Right.
And also,
best time is between 12 and 5 a.m., by the way.
It sounds like it.
That's what it is.
Because I think we've scheduled to do this pod, 5 or 6 times at the first 3 months. The first 3 months, you were supposed to fly in, then you were supposed to fly in again, and then I was supposed to go to Vegas, and then
I was just always covering my ass. I was just pushing you away, holding you over. I was like, yeah, man, I got you.
Is that what it is?
No, because at the end of the day, I'm like, when the fuck am I going to be in Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also, too, I'm not going to make you fun of me. And then also, too, I give you my word, too, is and I will follow up with this, and I'll prove this to you, that outside of just doing this podcast and stuff, for whatever deal we had in the past, little shit, because you have to spend a little bit, too, with shit, whether you spend the right ways or right ways. But, I will show you that, we will go above and beyond for you. Yeah. It was just late. Yeah. But also there was interest. So this is the interest.
Oh, yeah.
Not just this, but I'll go above and beyond for you. I'll help you out. Yeah. Now that I met you face to face, you have a direct line with me where I'll actually care and have a fucking pay attention, and hopefully if I'm mentally fucking normal, and you ask me something about whatever, I'll be there to fucking assist, Yeah. You got to pay to play sometimes at a level above you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I have no problem with pay to play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this episode has been great. I think that it's really nice for people to see kind of what's going on behind the scenes with your life and how you're actually feeling, as fans, because I'm a fan. I've been a fan, long before we've met, long before we've talked. I've been a fan of what you do. And I've always noticed that you go in waves. There's waves of, it seems like you feel really good, and then you have your really down days as well. But you're still accomplishing amazing things regardless.
Yeah, but the battle through it too is so insane. I'm telling you, I'm not whatever, but the past 4 years have been insanity. Yeah. I took a fucking, I never do drugs or anything. I was such a low point 2 nights ago, I think. It was I took something I shouldn't have, and I was like, what did I do? Because I didn't really care at the point, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was at getting off that, that mental shit is important. But you gotta just stay in the game. You gotta keep yourself active in order to get, past little things that bother you. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
but like, never ever took something and been like, I just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So that's when you know it's a red flag. That's when, like, you know, you got to be like, okay, what the fuck are you doing?
Absolutely.
Pause. But then the problem is, the hard part is, you've dug yourself such a hole that you have 7,000 people coming at you.
Yep.
And you know, even if you go to like rehab for 36 days, like, you know how far behind I'll fall? Like, but at the end of the day, maybe I'll, you know, so it's like, then you have to like address that. And I already know some of my partners, I already know they're fucking will be like, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah. You're not going to fucking, you know, that and that shit, which is true because they cut a check. And so it's like, you just got to be man enough to be like, we got to shut this shit down. Or else, guess what happens? It's just too late.
Yep.
And you evaporate and you lose the game.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. If somebody else is going through what you're currently going through, what would your advice be for them?
Oh, they don't go immediately to rehab.
Okay.
Immediately. And if you don't have 10, like I just can't see anybody based on my situation now and everything that's going on and whatnot that you would just go and just go and go. Like, you know, I can get away with it because I know that, like, you know, maybe I can't, but, you know, I can. We're going to have to figure some shit out.
Yeah.
But I would just go, you know, just lock yourself in there.
Because you've been to rehab before, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I went, of course, Bob, like, doing deals with rehabs. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking was like, well, if I go in there, you know, we're going to be bringing you a lot of fucking rehab patients. But, you know, like, obviously.
You're wheeling and dealing for rehabs?
I'm wheeling and dealing for rehabs. I have to. You know what I mean? No, I'm not like.
Just sign these papers for me.
No, not really. Like, not like, dude. But the problem is, it's like, I'm like, we can't make this campaign up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really am going rehab. I really have problems. Why the fuck wouldn't I make or try to make or like get, you know? But I never really made money off that. I just fucking literally just had to go to rehab. But it came to the point where I was like, listen, there's strict rules, which is insane.
Yeah.
You know, in rehab, there's no cell phones. There's no nothing. And I did 5 days, bro. Like, I went in there and I felt good for 5 days and whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's at the point where it's like, oh, I'm never going to drink again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So is it the drinking or
no, it's the Adderall stuff.
It's the Adderall.
Yeah, the Adderall's very addicting. And I highly, you know, we joke about Zaps all the time and Full Send and all that. But I will tell you this, it is extremely addicting and it will ruin your life. 1,000%. And it's ruined mine to a point where, you know, the good news is, like, I can at least sit back and say, look at those accomplishments, look at that shit I did. But to be in a position where I'm at right now, where I could be somewhere else, you know, you gotta be better than that. And hopefully I can pass on the thing that. But the problem is, once you take one, like, it's addicting. Yeah. You'll get addicted to it. Everybody, I mean, there's a shortage in the U.S. over it. Yep. So, like, the thing is this, though, if you're a kid or whatever it is, like, do not take anything. Yeah. You're just stay away from all. Yeah, you're a fucking loser. Like, you don't want to be like me, in a sense, at 37 years old, looking like this and doing all this stuff. You don't want to be that person. Yeah. So just don't fucking touch it, or you're a fucking retard. Yeah. That's it from the beginning. But I have no other drug usage that I do besides that one thing 2 nights ago, which was just that was just fucking retarded. That it was not even me. Yeah. That was over. So that was fucking stupid.
Is there a settled down Bob in your future that you believe?
Brother, yeah.
A married Bob, a family Bob.
I mean, what you think, bro? Of course, that's what I want. My life is gonna be hard to be able to do that, but at the same time, I'd be fine exiting all this shit. Yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck exiting all this shit. Yeah, and just starting over and having just like a regular fucking salary. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I think, you know what I mean. I've already done all the shit I want to do and all this stuff. I've had the fucking limelight. I've had all this shit. I wouldn't mind, and that is the end goal, of course. That's what. Over the last 4 years, is we thought we were going that way, because I went to Boston to settle down. Yep. Like, I went there to shut it down, and that situation did not work out at all, and actually totally went in the opposite direction of the way I thought it would go, and we both lost something that was probably pretty precious to anybody during that, which that's the thing that fucked me up the most. Yeah. So, and that doesn't go away, because every time you look at a fucking kid, you're doing that shit, it fucks your head up. Yep. But yeah, of course I want a kid. And everybody's like, oh, you couldn't handle a kid. Motherfucker, I would drop everything. Absolutely. I wouldn't fucking move.
Changes everything.
Because like I said, better coach than I am player. Yeah. When it comes about somebody else, especially your kid, you got to just drop everything. That's on you. Yeah. And if you don't fucking drop everything, then you really got to fucking, you really got to get help.
Yeah. I have a baby girl on the way right now, actually, so I understand that everything changes as soon as you find out that you're having a kid. Everything changes.
That's and it's like it's crazy, man. I remember like when people say that to me now, it's like I used to be like, oh, like great, like it still is great, but it's like that's that trauma from like that shit. So it's like that's the one thing. But I don't know. Therapy doesn't really work for me. I don't think. I haven't really given it a real try, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But definitely it works for a lot of people, so I strongly suggest therapy. And it's just, but the best thing about this too is you just have to tell yourself, if I like fail on this mission, I'm a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's horrible advice, but like I'm a pussy. Like you got to just get it done, bro. You got to say no to everything. Never take a fucking drug in your life.
Yeah.
Ever. You should be a clean-cut fucking kid, working his ass off, working 3 jobs, and just being a fucking military fucking dialed-in fucking soldier.
Yeah.
Those are the best kind of people that have the happiest lives.
Absolutely.
Well,
man, I think we should end it off there. I mean,
whatever you want.
If we can finish off with one last
brother,
thing,
I'll sit here till 9 in the morning tonight. I don't give a fuck.
I need to know who you think out of the influencer boxing that you could beat, because you said you can look at anybody and tell that you can
first of all,
beat their ass.
First of all, I don't even know. I don't even know any of the influencers anymore.
Who's
so you
the
can
one
name me 10 right now.
Who fought Bryce Hall? Austin McBroom.
Funny name. Austin McBroom would beat me.
Really?
Yeah, Austin McBroom has hands. Yeah, okay. This is the difference though. I can wrestle really, really well. Like I was a good wrestler. But yeah, Austin McBroom would beat me.
Okay. What about?
But I'll tell you what, I'd say the people that can don't outweigh the ones that I can.
Okay. So I want to know who you think you can beat. Just
I don't know what influencers are out there.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to just go through the Delk boys?
I know you'll beat Steiny's ass.
All right, ready? I fight Steiny. Steiny.
Yeah.
He's murdered in 0.2 seconds.
Okay.
I fight Salim. He's dead within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I fight Kyle. He's dead within 35 seconds. If I fought Steve's got a weak chin.
Really?
Steve's got a weak chin, but I would never fight Steve,
way.
and I would never fight any of them.
Okay.
But Steve's a strong man.
Yeah.
Bradley Martin.
Bradley
Martin. Here's the deal with Bradley Martin. Bradley Martin has a very, very weak chin.
Really?
Very weak chin. He's a big boy. He has a weak fucking chin.
Do you know what really happened in that back room with Logan Paul and Bradley Martin?
Nope. I just know when a man has a weak chin.
Really?
That's it. And Bradley has a weak chin. Now, if he grabs you, maybe he'll squeeze you to death or whatever. But I don't see much.
Yeah.
I don't see much talent in Bradley Martin's fighting future or whatever. There. He talks a big game. I don't think that. Would Bradley Martin beat me in a fight? Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think Bradley's just. But also too, if you caught him right, anything could happen.
Really? That's wild. The Paul brothers, they came out with a statement saying that they're going to fight each other. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's actually going to happen?
I could give 2 fucks
really?
about Logan Paul and Jake Paul fighting each other.
Yeah.
I'll still go to the fight. I'll spend money for a ticket. I'll buy their paper.
Do you have a relationship with those two, either one of them?
Logan, I think that if you asked me about Logan Paul, nothing bad to say about him. Yeah. Maybe he has some, I don't know. And if with Jake and I have always been just, hey, what's up, brother? Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah. Hey, good to see you. Like, we know each other and stuff like that. We've done, but nothing like, I don't fuck with a lot of people, bro. Okay. I don't fuck with a lot of people, and
which is weird because everybody that I talk to has seems to know you in some way or capacity.
You know why? Because the people you talk to are regular ass people.
Okay.
Like that's who I fuck with. I fuck with regular ass people.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with people that think they're the shit or they're fucking, influencing cool. Like I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. I don't give a fuck. I care about real ass fucking people that are regular Joes. That's what, not saying I don't know. That's who I fuck with. Like I take people to games. Yeah. That I don't fucking know every week. Yeah. I take fucking people my giveaways and shit. By the way, online are so fucking all over the place. Like I'm giving away $5,000. Like doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But I'll give away World Series. Come to World Series. I'll maybe do that.
Absolutely.
So people are like, oh, you give fake giveaways. Yeah, fucking, I don't know. Yeah, I forget. I don't know. Like, I just fucking say whatever's on my mind. If I follow through with it, great.
Yeah.
But I have given away hundreds of thousands of dollars in my life and have done a lot for a lot of random ass motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, name me the last time any other person taken over fucking 50 people to a fucking football game and spent the fucking day with them, and not a lot.
What would it cost for you to go on and fight somebody? Let's just say a boxing match.
I would do it for free.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if I need the money, I'm going to ask for money. But if I was flush, like, I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, I would do it for free.
You got to throw out a number.
I would do it for the experience. I mean, dude, I don't know. Like, well, normally like 50 grand.
Yeah.
50 grand. 50 grand to 100 grand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like 10K Ethereum to like gamble one night when I'm fucking hammered.
Absolutely. Do you think you could beat Taylor Holder? With a full camp. You had a few months of full camp against Taylor Holder.
See, any of these guys, what they don't understand is this: they gotta always come at you fast.
Yeah.
I'm long and lanky.
Yeah.
My only thing is my cardio.
Okay.
You know, I've been drinking for fucking 14 years in a row.
Yeah.
I've been smoking fucking these stupid things. Gonna die any day now.
Yeah. So
my cardio, but with a camp of like 2 months, I could do some damage.
Really?
Taylor Holder, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, I see no reason. I would fight anybody though.
Yeah.
I think in a bare knuckle thing.
Really?
Just for the entertainment.
Anybody, just for it.
Yeah, for fun. Yeah,
why
not?
Experience.
You get fucking hit in the face, knocked out. It's all right.
Is there anybody that you want just to squash any beef that's been there?
He won't do
anybody that you could say, hey, let's just hop in the ring.
I would love to fight any one of the Nelk boys.
Really?
Any single one of them. I would
Do you
love
think any one
to
of them would
love
take it?
to fight Kyle. Kyle actually came to me the other day.
Really?
And Kyle said, hey, by the way, this is what the numbers look like if we ever fucking any of us did anything. And I said, brother, I'm fucking right here. Any fucking time you want. That's it. So I would love to do that stuff. That would be fun for me.
Yeah.
But I would take it so seriously. Like, that's another thing that could pull me out. I bet you if I did that bare knuckle shit or something like that, because I need to prove something to my brain in order for me to be able to like put everything away. Yeah. That's another thing that could get me back fucking dialed again. So I would love to do, and I think with Connor running bare knuckle, I'd love to hop in there. And I think I could pick up the phone and call Connor tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I could have a fight lined up.
Really?
Yeah, if I really wanted to, yeah.
That's crazy.
You know? So maybe we'll do that. Yeah,
one of the Nelks. Well, thanks for watching the pod episode. Bob, thanks for coming on. Even though it's been a whole year, it's nice to finally make it happen.
I love it. Let me know when this thing comes out. When does this come out?
Sometime in the near future.
Where's your editing team? Let's talk about this real quick on the air.
Okay, yeah, you're the pro, dude.
So what the fuck's going on here? So why aren't you posting your story? I need somebody to edit a fucking podcast for me within 14 hours. Whoever can do it, I'll give them $100.
Oh shit, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you?
I'm new to this. Okay, I'm new to this.
That's not even being new. That's just common sense. It's whatever it takes to get it done.
Chow, I need you to edit this. I'll give you $100.
Chow, I'll tell you this. No, Chow, I'll tell you this. I'll give you $500 if you can get this thing. I mean, I don't know how much money you make or whatever. Probably nothing. But at the end of the day, I'm saying I'll give you $500 if you edit this thing within 8 hours.
Within 8 hours? By the morning?
Yeah, by the morning?
Oh, what, do you got to sleep?
He's got to be up at 6 anyway.
What else do you want? What else do you want to motivate you? What?
I'll do it for $500.
Okay, so you'll do it for $500.
He's locked in.
All right, so within 8 hours, does it take? And you gonna use that AI technology to fucking edit it like a fucking cheater?
No, he does the real thing. He does the real thing.
So you have to fucking focus and do it within 8 hours. That should be the turnaround time every fucking time. No, I mean, yeah, it should be. You don't got shit else to do.
He's got his other video clients.
That's great. Well, I mean, all right. So it's up to you. If you want to do $500, I'll give you $500 to do it. I'd like to watch this back. I always enjoy watching this back. So,
hey.
And you don't send it. And then you don't send it over. I'm going to teach you something, because if you send it over to me, I ain't going to send you the $500. So what you got to do, I got to teach you something. You got to say, hey, Menery, that clip is ready to go. Where's my $500?
Absolutely.
And then I'll try and talk you down. I'll say, well, I'll say, just fucking give it to me. Relax. And you got to say, I'm holding it strong until fucking, that's it.
So are you still gambling, or have you sworn off gambling then?
I got smoked. lately. I had a really big thing. Yeah, not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Not
It's
good.
okay. It's okay. I mean, that's we gotta slow down.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna stop gambling. I might stop gambling, but we gotta slow down.
Slow down.
But you know what the crazy thing is? Let me tell you the God's honest truth of my mother's fucking life, my father's life, my whole family's life.
Yeah.
I will not think about gambling. Can't look at gambling. Do not have even an urge to gamble if I don't take an Adderall.
Really?
I could walk through a casino and be like, I don't even know what this is.
No way.
Well, the second I take that thing, and one of the side effects once I read on a bottle was urge to gamble.
Really?
Isn't that fucking crazy on Adderall?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but when you take that, ask Steve, anybody that takes it, everybody that knows this, that takes an Adderall before they gamble, it's like, woof. And guess what? It's the most fucking fun thing in the world because you're locked in, you're firing, but you don't know, your brain's not like processing what's going on. Like you hit for 200 grand, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was not an Adderall, I'd be like so scared to click like $8.
Okay.
Bet 10.
Okay.
But when I'm on, I'm like 10 grand, 10 grand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Too fast. Your money's gone too fast, though.
money's gone too fast. But anyways, 8 hours to edit this.
8 hours to edit.
Pleasure sitting down with you when this comes out. Love to promote it, whatever you got to do. I'd put whatever, and then I owe you some extra interest favors for this stuff. So
Well,
maybe I'll get your next guest or something for you.
Well, I like the sound of
Maybe
that.
sit down with like Kyle or something. I don't know. Unless it's overplayed.
Bob, let's make a deal. You're the deal maker.
I mean, well, don't see. You just shot yourself in the foot. So you just shot yourself in the foot right there. You just said to me that, like, I just said I am gonna do you a favor. Now you said deal. When you said that word deal, now I'm coming for
you
money.
don't understand what the deal is yet.
Now I'm coming for money now. See,
No,
that's
you
the
don't know what
problem.
the deal is yet. You don't know what the deal is yet. I know you're a gambler,
Let's
man, so I'm gonna have
negotiate.
some
All right,
fun.
so let's negotiate.
No, I was gonna say I got a fun deal for you because you like to gamble.
All right, well, let's go.
Okay?
Let's do it on the air right now.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
If you win, I give you $1,000 right now.
Okay.
I'm sending you $1,000. If I win, you have to post on your story that I am the coolest Asian you've ever met in your entire life.
All right, well, I'll make a deal with you right now. I'll up the wager.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I like this.
I'll up the wager. I'll do a best out of 7.
Best out of 7. We're playing
coin
rock,
toss.
paper, scissors all night.
No, I'll do a best out of 7 rock paper scissors game.
Okay.
If I win, the number goes up. It's not $1,000. If I win, it's $2,500. We will play on our casino. We'll gamble, me and you. And we will also go 50-50 partners, but you have to sit by my side while we do it. If you win, main feeder. Oh, but $2,500. Fuck, that's so low for that.
Hey, you said you want to up the ante. So
$2,500. I mean, $2,500 main feeder, along with a story pusher on it. I mean, I just don't know how rich you are.
I'm not rich.
I think he's closet got money.
What?
I think he closet has money a little bit. Maybe not though.
I got enough to get you here.
He just gave his
But
hand
I
away.
like to gamble, so.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right, so best out of 7. I don't know.
7's crazy.
You're
Let's do
Asian
a
though.
one
You're
crazy-
Asian though. I think like with Asian people, they could be really good at rock paper scissors.
I was just having some fun.
No. See, what I always want to
Bob's
do.
thinking so deep.
I always want to stretch the game out because, like, I get more information. Like, I'll know, like, for instance, practice round. Okay.
Practice round? No practice.
What do you mean?
Round.
Oh, you want
no,
practice round?
No practice.
All right.
Round.
So best
No
out of
practice round. I like the mystery.
best
you know?
out of 7.
Who knows? He could be like a world-renowned rock paper scissors champion. I don't know that.
With me though, it's so about timing. So we're
Yeah.
gonna have to go through 3 motions and make sure we're exactly on point in the timing every time. So, like for instance, like put your hand up. So ready? Basically ready.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, so what he just did right there is, remember he said he didn't want to do a practice round.
He gave me a practice.
He just did
round.
a practice round without even knowing.
We're all good. We're all good.
All right, so I'll do that bet with you for $2,000. Main feed got to be through, but it got to be put on our casino.
Main feed. Wait, what?
$2,000 instead of your deal for $1,000. It's $2,000,
$2,000.
but it's a main feed right now.
Okay.
Comments off. I don't want to hear from anybody. Likes off. Hide share content off. 20. I'll leave it up for. I'll leave it up for 7 days.
Is it worth $2,000?
No, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. But this is the other thing too, though. You're also playing though.
Yeah.
You're also only really. You have a chance to win because me and you will sit side by side after this fucking podcast.
Yeah. So we're gonna we're gonna gamble the $2,000.
We're gonna put the 2,000 on.
That I'm not gonna lose to you.
That you're not gonna lose to me. You're gonna put 2,000.
Yeah.
To wherever we put it on, and then we're gonna play as partners. I'm gonna control the game. It's gonna be pretty quick. Either we fucking jump to here, jump to probably 10, and we both cash out 5, or we go to 0.
I don't see many downsides to this.
But I prefer the coin toss rather than the rock paper scissors.
Coin toss.
All right, do rock paper scissors. Best out of 3.
You got a coin? You got a
Best out of 3. I don't have a coin. You want to do
best out of 3?
Okay, I already know what you're gonna throw. And how about this? Ready? How about this? This is the motion. It's like this: rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That speed. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That speed. Okay, we good?
Rock, paper,
don't throw anything.
scissors, shoot.
That's
Speed.
that speed. Ready? Okay, here we go. You ready?
First one?
Best out of 3.
Best out of 3? Yeah.
All right, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, shit.
You ready? You good?
Wait, let me.
Best of 3.
I gotta feel what you're gonna
I
do.
already know what you're throwing.
I gotta feel what you're
Oh, don't throw that hand up there prematurely. Get me nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, there's one.
1-0. Okay. I can't play this motherfucker in fucking rock, paper, scissors. By the way, too, make sure my phone is on. Okay. Fuck, I'm gonna lose this fucking. I'm a dog now. I might do a. I'll offer you a buyout for a story post. No, just kidding. All right. All right, ready?
You really do work with a casino.
I would offer you a buyout right now.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ah, it's tied.
1-1.
Fuck. All right.
You ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. This is getting intense, bro. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ah! Yeah, motherfucker.
God damn it. All right. Picture.
Yes.
Put your picture up. Good job. Got it. That one stinks. There you go. There's your
Yes, sir.
Caption whatever you want. Whatever.
No. I'll take a picture with you. So it's nice and easy.
No.
Nice and easy.
You get my thing. Whatever you want. You can put a picture of yourself in.
Picture of you and me.
Great.
Yeah, let's take a picture. End of the pod. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Fuck yeah, dude. I was stressed there for a second.